Hello. Due to the abundance of information and myths about bisexuals and pansexuals, I've put it into 2 videos. No, 2. So this is part 2. I've written down all the things that I've been hearing over the last months, weeks, years. I'm here to tell you that most of them are bullshit. Difference between bi and pansexual is the transgenders and hermaphrodite. Yeah. Don't use hermaphrodite for people. It's completely animal based. So we have to call it intersex. So that's what it is. So call it that from now on, please. Thank you. Okay. And no, that's not the case. Because transgender, it's a very big gray area because it really depends on the person. Some would like to be called trans, and some are truly just want to be called what their mind is, the gender of their mind. So it just, and there's no reason that bisexuals don't date transsexuals or anything like that. It doesn't have to be that way. That's just, yeah. I think that there's many bisexuals that have dated transsexuals or intersex people. I'm sure. So I just realized you can see my diamonds thing. Yeah, I like diamonds. Pansexuals are gender blind and don't care about looks. Looks has nothing to do with the sexuality. Like, it's not like a homosexual is attracted to like, for example, a man is attracted to man qualities but will still date a woman. That's masosexual versus femsexual, which is a completely different area. So I don't like it when people say that. Also, we're not gender blind. It's not like we're like, oh, I can't see. I mean, we know that there's gender. I mean, if I'm talking to a man, it doesn't matter to me, but I know it's a man because when we say we're gender blind, when the people, for example, who find it very important or have changed their body to match the inside, and then we say, oh, we're gender blind, it's kind of like, okay, so you don't acknowledge my gender? So I think gender blind is not the right word to use. It's more that, gender is not an important part of the equation when finding someone to love, although we do notice it. Don't say that looks don't matter. They do, but maybe they don't matter as much to you, but you will try to find someone that you find attractive. So that doesn't mean that, you're gender blind and you don't care about looks. You do care about looks because it's inside you. But if you are able to find someone that you don't think is that attractive, but you fall in love with anyways, like, good for you, like, why not? But it's nothing to do with pansexuality, because that means, like, that heterosexuality care all about looks, and that, it doesn't make sense, because then it just is a given for all sexualities, so what's the point of even mentioning it? Bisexuals are limited to gender and pan is not. This is also, again, about the binary, and I think for a lot of people who have not met a lot of non-monosexuals, it's very confusing because, like you assume that there's just men and women because we're trained, men are from Mars and women are from Venus. But I mean, think about it. There's loads of planets out there, and there's loads of people that have different genders or that feel comfortable with no gender. So it's really difficult to open your mind to all these new ideas. But once you do, you'll feel so much more aware and free, and like, I mean, of course, it's not like it's bad not knowing these things, but for example, if you take the time to understand how a person feels that is in a woman's body but has a man's mind, like saying like, this isn't right, this isn't who I feel on the inside, and then I have this outside. So now I want to become, the way I feel inside, outside. And if you can understand these kind of things and understand the journey that people take, then you're already showing a lot of understanding, and that's really a good thing. So just be open. I mean, whether you call it bisexuality or pansexuality, it's slightly different, yes, but the ground is the same. And then, I mean, if you compare the foundation, then it's also the same as every other sexuality. I mean, we're all just people in the end of the day. And I think it's pointless to keep fighting this war. And I think it's important that we kind of just, reach a happier place where we can just fill the world with more knowledge about non-monosexuality, and that these myths are indeed myths because they're not true. And then we can continue to find the people we love and spread joy and happiness because we found, our happiness. I mean, that is my dream.